There is fresh scrutiny this morning on the president's son, Hunter Biden. CBS News obtained a letter from House Republicans demanding Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen share information about his alleged suspicious foreign business dealings. It also accuses the Biden administration of stonewalling the GOP-led investigation. So senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge has been following this closely and joins us now. So Catherine, what are these suspicious activity reports? What are they talking about?
Well, they go by the acronym SARS, and they're financial transactions, Anne-Marie, that require further review. They're flagged for further review by the bank. It can be based on the amount of money involved, something they call velocity, how quickly a deposit is made to an account, and then how quickly it cashes out. And then lastly, something called layering. How many accounts does the money pass through before it reaches its final destination? That can be an indicator of suspected money laundering. Based on our reporting here at CBS News, over 150 financial transactions involving the global business affairs of Hunter Biden and the president's brother James Biden were flagged by the banks for further review. We don't know how that played out in terms of whether they believe there may have been criminal activity or really nothing suspicious at all.
So what does the letter from the House GOP allege, Catherine?
Well, Vlad, what they're alleging is that the Treasury Department is blocking what they describe as traditional oversight of financial affairs. They're saying that in June of this year, there was a phone call between Treasury officials and Republican House staffers in which the staffers were told that Treasury would not be providing these suspicious activity reports for congressional review unless Democrats also joined the request. And Congressman James Comer, who wrote to the Treasury Secretary, said the Treasury's actions call for investigation and raise new questions about the degree to which the Biden administration is using the federal government to provide cover for the Biden family and its associates. I think for context, it's important to note that Democrats control the House Oversight Committee, so they're really the party with the most pull in terms of getting records and issuing subpoenas.
So what has the response been like from the Treasury Department?
Well, we've reached out to the Treasury Department for a new statement. What they told us when we did the original reporting back in May is that they believe that they have complied with these records requests, and they've done so in a manner that they think enables robust congressional oversight. There's sort of another element to this that the Republicans are saying that there are more restrictions on how they access these records and something called an in-camera review, which means that you can come into a room, you can review the records, but you can't take them with you, and in some cases you can't bring in paper and pencil to take notes as well.
So the White House position, Catherine, as you know, has been that the president does not discuss business with his son. Yesterday, the press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, took questions about materials recovered from Hunter Biden's laptop. Here is what she had to say.
From this podium, I am not going to talk about alleged materials from the laptop.
So are you disputing the president's voice on the voicemail?
I am not going to talk about alleged materials on the laptop.
Are
it's
you
not
disputing
happening.
Then that it is not?
Peter, I refer you to his son's representative.
All right. So not answering any questions there from members of the press, Catherine. What do we know about the status of this investigation?
Well, Vlad, based on our investigative unit's reporting, the U.S. Attorney in Delaware has been probing a number of issues. They include tax fraud, tax evasion, money laundering, as well as whether Hunter, James Biden, and their business associates complied with foreign lobbying laws. What I can also tell you based on our reporting is that there's a lot of noise and static in the system. Based on my experience, that can be an indicator of conversations and discussions between the two parties on whether they can reach some kind of plea agreement. We don't have enough to fill in all the blanks yet, but we hope to soon. So I would watch this space.
We certainly will, Catherine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.